The Memphis Grizzlies will host the Houston Rockets in what was supposed to be one of those games you circled on your calendar, but without Ja and Desmond Bain and sometimes Jaren Jackson Jr., what can we expect from Dillon Brooks and the Houston Rockets? Because both teams have really been struggling lately.
Yeah, but I think that the Houston Rockets have more to gain from this win than the Memphis Grizzlies. That's just what it is. I mean, Houston Rockets, they still have a chance to make it to the play-in tournament. They may not have been playing well, but they had played well earlier this season. They can recover and at least maintain a spot in the play-in tournament. I mean, take one or two losses from a team above them, and they're shoo-in if they win. So it's that fluid for the standings in the West, especially around the play-in tournament. So yeah, I think that they have more to
Mhm.
gain with this win than the Grizzlies will ever have, because I just don't see the Grizzlies recovering at all this season. So yeah.
Yes, yes. The Houston Rockets are 1-4 in their last five. The Memphis Grizzlies have lost all five of their prior games, which is crazy though.
Yeah.
But when you think about the Rockets, now they took an L to the Raptors. Okay, that was a very winnable game, I think. The Pacers, they probably were supposed to lose. The Wolves
Mm-hmm.
and the Pels, that's one of those where it can go either way. But I think each team will be itching for a victory because they still have egos and they want to keep their head coach. You and I are both team Ime Udoka. Like
I am.
there's no
Yeah.
question
Yeah.
about it,
Yep. Hmm.
right? But the Houston Rockets are facing a couple of injuries right now that I think are impacting their winning record. Without Fred VanVleet, I'm looking at Amen Thompson thrown into the starting lineup. He's just not ready for that. There's big shoes
No.
to fill. I
Yeah.
don't think he's ready to be the starting point guard for the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, not only that, right now the Rockets are up in the series 3-0. So if the Grizzlies want to pull out a win just to kind of do an upset for the series, then this would be the time to do it, because this is the last game that they'll have a matchup this season on. So yeah, I think that the Rockets, they need every win they can get if they want to secure a spot in the play-in tournament. So, but according to the Eagles that you're mentioning, and since both teams are a little bit struggling with the injury bug, I mean, I guess it's anybody's game, but I'm not going to doubt Ime Udoka, not one bit.
Yeah, me
Mm-mm.
me
Nope.
It looks like the last game, Dillon Brooks took it personal, right? He was yelling to the crowd. I think he
Yeah.
scored 26 points in their
Yeah.
last matchup. And the game prior, their matchup prior, Jaren Jackson Jr. went off for
Yeah, I know.
44. So there's still,
Yeah.
that level of like animosity or whatever it is. But I love to see Dillon Brooks play, and especially against his old team, because he believes the
Yeah.
Grizzlies did him dirty.
He said he does not want to lose in Memphis. I read an article that
Uh-huh.
said that. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, I just think that because the Grizzlies, they have to fluctuate their starting lineup. It's just they got too much movement. If people if Ja's out, now he's out injured. First he was out suspended, now he's out injured. The core players are on an injury list. Day to day are out altogether. Who you don't know who's gonna show up to this game in the Grizzlies jersey. You don't know you don't know who's gonna be in the game, right? And so with
Mhm.
that, they can only do so much. Coach Jenkins can only do so much. So, I just think that the Rockets, if they, even with them suffering from injuries, the likelihood of them still being able to be victorious in this particular matchup is great if they just play their game, right? So
Yes. Yeah, it's so funny. I went to NBA.com and it looks like they're selling the tickets as low as $2. I said,
now that's an insult.
isn't
Two
it
dollars?
$2? I'm like,
Wow.
man, because they don't know who's gonna show up,
They don't know who's
to
gonna show up.
play. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they don't know who's
$2.
gonna show up.
That's just crazy. But I was pretty heavy on Jacques Landale when he was traded from the Suns to the Houston Rockets. I said, oh, now this is a guy who's gonna create some serious ruckus in the paint. But he's only played 28 games so far, averaged 2 points and 2 rebounds. I'm not sure why Coach Udoka doesn't believe in him. I think he can give them so much more if given the opportunity.
Yeah, no, and to that same thing, they brought in Steven Adams. So they already know Jack Landell's not gonna be their future. You see what I'm saying? Because otherwise they wouldn't have, acquired Steven Adams to fill be the backup of Alperen Sengun. So I have to
Yeah,
say,
that's too bad. However,
uh-huh.
Cam Whitmore is really nice. Oh, that's another guy who's kind of dealing with injury right now. But when he's
Mhm.
healthy, 11 points off the bench, easy, super
Yeah.
athletic, plays above the rim. Oh wow, I really like Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, I think so. I think that the Rockets have something to gain. So I, that's just what it is for them. Yeah. And I think even with the coaching style of Ime Udoka and with even with Ahmed being in the mix, he needs this experience anyway. Well, how else he gonna get it, right?
That's true. Yeah.
And that's what he is. That's why he was drafted to, be a part of this big professional league, and so he'll have to adjust to it. This is not. He came from Ignite, right? Is it
I
he
believe
was
so. Yeah.
this is not the Ignite. This is, this big leagues, right? So I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Eventually, I don't mean he's not going to be Fred VanVleet. I mean, Fred VanVleet is a veteran, a champion veteran at
Yeah.
that. So
Mhm.
he's not going to be that. So he's going to have to get his footing. But yeah. Yeah, we'll see how he continues to develop. See, what is it's about his development. So that means that as he's playing, I should be able to see some improvement, right? So that's what I'm hoping for him, because I think that he can potentially have a long tenure with the league, but he got to be able to quickly adapt. And I think he can do that as long as he continues to play. But he has some big shoes to fill for sure, for sure,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
for
He's
sure. And
got
I
to.
know the pressure is there. Yeah, who's
Uh-huh.
really nice though? Jalen Green is he's
Oh,
nice, nice. Yes, yes,
yeah.
yeah.
When I heard his name floating around in trade talks to get a veteran for the Houston Rockets, I'm like, why?
Don't do that.
Why?
No, no.
Yeah.
Between him and Alperen Sengun, that's their future, really. Really, it is. If they wanted to really make it that way, so. And they already have veterans. They just
Hmm.
acquired Steven Adams. They got Fred VanVleet. What else do they need?
Yeah. They don't need nothing else.
Oh, wait a minute. I was watching. I had forgot. I was watching the game. We were playing. I watched so many games. I forget which team they were playing against. And I'm like, who's that man on the? Who's that man running up and down the court? Girl, I saw his face. I said, "Oh, that's Jeff Green.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Green.
Yeah.
Uncle Jeff." I forgot. I said, if they don't sit, oh no, he can get it. When I realized who it was,
Uh-huh.
and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. He always have a special place in my heart, So yeah, they have enough veterans. They don't need another one. Why would they want to do that? So,
Oh yeah, Jeff Green definitely looking like the senior, the old vet out there, but
definitely
he
looking,
can still, yeah,
and the camera was panning above. So
yeah.
who is that? Oh, Uncle Jeff. Oh, okay, you get a pass.
I
He still
know,
be
I
balling. He
know.
still be getting it up. The
Mhm.
few minutes he put in, he does exactly what he's supposed to do. He did the same thing with the Nuggets. So again, yeah, Jeff Green, I like him, but I didn't know who. I couldn't remember he was in the game. I was like, who is? Oh, okay.
Oh my God, that's funny. Okay. All right, so we know this game is taking place in Memphis. What do you think wins tonight?
The Rockets.
Mm.
I think it's gonna be the Rockets. And if it's not, shame on the Rockets. It's their game to lose, just like it's their game to win. Again, they have more to gain for me than the Grizzlies have
Mhm.
to lose. If the Grizzlies win, great. Maybe they get closer to 20 games won. I mean, what? It's not going to move them in the standings. But if the Rockets win, the likelihood of them being able to move is greater. So that's why I say the Rockets.
Yes, I have the Rockets as well. Finally getting a W. I think they're riding a losing streak right now. Come on, they got to beat this undermanned Grizzlies team. I think the Grizzlies may have only 8 active players. It's ridiculous. Come on, Rockets tonight.
Rockets tonight. Yeah.
So let's take a look at their next 5 games. I see them on the road against the New Orleans Pelicans, at home against Phoenix and the OKC Thunder. Then they go to OKC for a nationally televised game. And then they play the Phoenix Suns again. And if you look a little further, they play the Phoenix Suns again. After this, it's like, what is going on?
Horrible schedule. I have them actually going 3-2. I think they'll lose to the Suns twice, and they'll split one of the games with OKC.
Oh, okay.
I have them
Okay.
win. I have them beating the Pels, losing to the Suns, winning one of the games with OKC, and losing to the Suns again.
I have them going 2-3 as well. I have them beating the New Orleans Pelicans, losing to the Suns, splitting the OKC, and again losing to the Suns. These are very important games for them to win because all these West Coast teams are above them in the standings. They don't play an East Coast team until March the 14th. So this is great for them, right? A very limited travel schedule. So they should definitely pick up some wins.
Yeah, I agree. It's not going to be an easy stint, of course, but I think they have to win if they want to at least crack the play-in tournament.